You need to have a difficult life, bro. You need to go through fucking pain. You need to have the struggle. You can't just walk around life thinking shit's going to be handed to you or shit's going to be sweet. And if you're going through it right now, just know there's darkness. This darkness will come to the light. There's light at the end of the dark tunnel. That's what I'm trying to say. There is light at the end of the dark tunnel, bro. Listen, literally just a year ago, I was broke, living paycheck to paycheck, man. Living paycheck to paycheck. I was broke. I was struggling. I was going through it. I almost gave up on myself, bro. I almost gave up my business. Bro, things were bad. You know why? Because I fell into the vices, bro. See, I've been coaching now for 4 years, full-time, only online. And so what happened was I was making about $10,000 a month, $12,000 a month for a good 2-3 years consistently, or 2.5 years. On our third year is when I fell off. I was living in Houston, Texas. I was into the vices. I was drinking, partying Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Moved back to Florida, and that's when everything started to cripple down. My physique was out of shape, didn't look good, didn't feel good. It wasn't aligned with my purpose and my goals. And then my business just started crumbling to the point where then when I lived on my own again, because I moved them into my parents' crib to help them out. My little sister got pregnant. That's a whole nother story. But long story short, when I got my own crib again in Florida, in Tampa, Florida, bro, I was struggling. My mindset was off. And I was like, fuck, bro. Living paycheck to paycheck, but I had to show up for myself every day, and that shit was tough, bro. I felt like God was teaching me a lesson. He was like, oh, I gave you some goods. That's how you used it? All right, let's see how you are without anything, without the friends, without the partying, without the alcohol, without the clothes, without the lavish lifestyle that you were living, without your $10,000 to $12,000 a month. Let's see how you can act with just $3,000, $4,000 a month. Cause dude, they got so low that I even made $2,000 in a month where I was freaking the fuck out. How am I gonna pay my bills? My back was against the wall, but I needed that because it was showing me who I really was. Am I gonna be a bitch and just succumb to the fucking hardships and just quit and go get a 9 to 5? Or am I gonna keep on pushing harder, keep on fighting for the shit that I want? You know what I fucking did? It made me work harder. It made me go all fucking in, nonstop, 24/7, bro. It made me work harder. It made me get closer to God. It made me fall back into my alignment. It made me find purpose of who Alejandro was again. That's when I went all in with my fucking goals. Every day I was up at 6 in the morning. I would walk to the beach because I was blessed enough to live on the water. I would walk to the beach. I would pray to God. I would get closer to the Lord. I would read my Bible. And then you know what I would do? I would go and do my fasted cardio. I would do some hard shit. Then I would eat my breakfast, then go fucking work out. Yeah, I would film content, film everything, bro. I was filming, posting. Nobody was watching. Nobody was paying attention. But I just knew that if I kept putting in the hard work, that finally, something will come out of it. Boom, prepped for my bodybuilding show. Got shredded, got into the best shape of my life. Boom, God bless me, bro. Business boomed. I went from making like $4,000 or $5,000 a month. I hit my fucking... In August, I remember I hit, in 2024, this August that just passed, I hit like 10 bands. I prepped for I stepped on stage twice that month. Then my account started blowing up, my Instagram. Bro, I was stuck at like 4,000 followers, 5,000 followers. Now I'm at like 20,000 followers. My TikTok page started blowing. My YouTube shorts started doing better. I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. And guys, this is just the beginning, bro. And ever since then, since August, I've been making above 20,000 a month. I hit 25,000 in March. I hit almost 30K the other month. Like, and bro, this is not about money. I'm just telling you, I'm showing you the process. I'm showing you the fact that I was literally dirt broke, bro. There were some nights I had negative $30 in my bank account. I have videos of me crying in my car because I was just trying to figure out a way to make it. Because I'm like, bro, I cannot keep living this way, bro. I can't keep living this way. And I was like, fuck, man. Fuck, this shit sucks. But I needed that, bro, because I got complacent. I was partying, I was drinking, I was doing all these vices. And then God put me on my brakes. He's like, you know what? You need to fucking reset. And that reset was those 8 months of struggle. Bro, I was literally washing cars, bro. Washing cars. You guys don't realize I was really doing this shit. Bro, I would drive to my hometown, an hour and a half away from home. And my best friend has a car detailing company. And I would go wash cars with him, bro. Just to make an extra $200 to help me pay my bills. Bro, I kind of want to cry just thinking about it. Because, bro, I was going through it, man. I was fucking going through it. Nobody knew. The struggle, the pain, bro. Because I had this passion for my business. I was like, I can't let it go. I cannot give it up. And I kept fighting for it, man. Fighting. And I needed that pain. I needed it. Because I was getting complacent. Man. And then on top of that, bro, I got my ex-girlfriend. She had a car dealership. And I worked with him for like 2-3 months. Bro, I was struggling, bro, bad, man. Working 60-hour weeks, bro, in my business. And on top of that, trying to work with them, I was up every day at 5, 6 in the morning. I was at the dealership by like 8, 9 in the morning. Bro, I was there all day. I was tired. I was like, bro, I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to live this life, bro. I was like, fuck, this shit sucks. And then my business started declining even more because I started putting more time and effort into the dealership, selling cars. I was making money to try to pay my bills. And I just couldn't. I was like, bro, I need help. I need guidance, bro. And this is where God comes into play. God is so loving, bro. God is so great. Bro, I got a sign from somebody. Somebody talked to me one day. This was in March of last year. Literally March that just passed. Not this March, but the last March. And they were telling me, like, bro, like, you got to go all in with your business. You can't. So you know what I did? I said, fuck it. I quit the job. I told my girls that I can't keep doing this. And I hope your parents don't get mad at me, but I got to fulfill my dream. So I went all in. I made $2,000 that month, and I was like, fuck, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm scared. I don't got the money to pay my bills. But I said, you know, I'm going to put my trust in God. I went all in my business. I started prep. I went to Best Buy. I remember buying a tripod for my camera and some mics. I was so motivated. I put it on a credit card. And that's when the journey began. And I went from $2,000 a month to I made $4,500. And I was like, all right, cool. We're up and coming. And from there, I was making about $5,000 a month, enough to pay my bills. I was being smarter with my money. And then I was like, bro, I need more money because I'm like, bro, I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. So I had a BMW at the time, and I was like, you know what? Let me try doing car detailing on the side. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to try doing car detailing. And so I went and did car detailing. Oh, bro. I just get sentimental because it's like, bro, this is the journey, bro, that nobody sees. And that's why I want to document this, share this with you guys, to show you the hardships, bro. You need to have hardships. And, fuck, it's just motivating. I love talking about this shit, bro. But, yeah. I traded my truck in. I got I traded my BMW in. I got a truck. I went and got an F-150, a basic one. A little XLT, had like 100,000 miles. I said, fuck it. Bro, I rigged it out with my best friend. I took out credit cards and shit. And we rigged it out. We put a whole bunch of, we rigged it out completely to do car detailing. And the car detailing, I did it so that I could make money. And I remember I had this hustler mentality, bro. I was like, I can't go work a 9 to 5. I can't. I gotta be afloat. I'm an entrepreneur, bro. I gotta figure out a way. That's how my mind works. I figure it out. No matter what, always figure it out. I pull it out of my ass some way, somehow. And then I did it for about a month. And I was like, bro, this still isn't me, bro. This is not Alejandro. I don't want to wash cars. Nothing wrong with that career. It wasn't me. Like, my goal is to transform people's lives. I'm a coach. I had about 20 clients at the time, right? And then I had another friend come, and this is when it all clicked. Because I was still prepping for my bodybuilding show. I was like about 8 weeks out. Wasn't looking that good because obviously my mind was in other places. I was just trying my best. And this guy stayed with me for a month. He's like, bro, let's get you back on your feet. And I'll always thank this kid, bro. Always. We're no longer friends anymore, unfortunately. We separate. I feel like God puts people in your place for certain time periods, for certain purposes in life. And dude, this kid, bro, it changed my life, bro. He spoke life into me again. He's like, bro, I don't want to see you washing cars. I want to see you take over your business, bro. He helped me make content. He was giving me good ideas. Bro, we went all in, bro. And then the next month, because he stayed with me in July, in August is when I had my show. That's when I made $10,000 that month. Or I think I made 8. And then the following month I hit 10. No. Here's what's crazy. No, you're going to think this is crazy. I was making 4 to 5, like I said. August I hit 8,000, I think, or 9,000. September I hit 18,000, record-breaking month. And then from there on out, I was making about 15 grand a month consistently. And then starting like February, January is when I started making 20,000 and above. And that's my journey, bro. I'm seeing this beautiful girl right now. Holy shit, wow. Dude, girls on something amazing. But anyways, you get the point, bro. You get the point. That is the shit I had to go through, bro. That is the hardships. That is the pain, the struggle. But I needed that, bro. I needed that. I needed to go through the pain. I needed to be broke. It was a test from God or from life, whatever you want to believe in, the world, the universe. I believe in God. I believe it was God. It's like him telling me, all right, let's see. Can you go through this pain? And it's not going to happen overnight, bro. It was 8 months of struggle, bro. 8 months. Working at a dealership and trying to grow my business. Trying to do detailing on the side of my best friend. Then starting my own quote-unquote detailing company. To then going all in with my business to where things flourished, bro. And now, bro, I'm living the life, bro, that I dreamt of. And this is just the beginning. This is the journey, bro. And this is why you need to go through this pain. You need to go through the struggle. You need to enjoy every journey of your life and not give up. Because if you give up, you will never know what's on the other side of the struggle. You will never know what's on the other side of darkness. Because there is light at the end of every dark tunnel, bro. There is light. Truly, there is light. So that's today's video. So whatever you may be going through, bro, just know, if you keep on pushing hard and you keep on with the good path, you will succeed. Make sure to like and subscribe for more. Comment down below what you would like to see next. And also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Alejandro Lifts. LYFTS. I put the description down below. Stay blessed, guys. Keep on working hard. Let's fucking go.